is Ifeemi Andrew. And on the morning crossfire today, of course, we would be looking at the recent outburst by the FCT minister towards former Governor Dr. Peter Odili. Now, this has brought up several conversations, people taking sides on split right in the middle, want to put it that way. Well, if you did not catch some of the things that was said by the former governor, now city minister, he was at a Thanksgiving service for Rivers lawmaker Martin Amewo Port Harcourt when he made some comments that people felt were necessary, especially because he was in church. I would let you hear what he said. Before I do that, let me also quickly introduce my guests on the show this morning. So, I am speaking with today on the show, Honorable Robinson Ewor. He would be joining us on the show this morning. And for those of us who do not know, you should have an idea who he is. But for those who do not know, Robinson Ewor is a leader of the PDP, PDP Vice Chairman, Rivers West Senatorial District, and also Chairman of the Governing Council at the Captain Elechi Amadi Polytechnic. Sir, good morning. Compliments of the season. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
All right. Now, we quickly would want to, I'll try to see if I can play some of the things that was said by the FCT minister. I'm having some issues trying to get that up. But let me start the conversation on this note. After what we heard from the FCT minister and some people accusing former Governor Peter Odili of taking sides, of not trying to resolve the problem as a father, but outrightly, pegging his tent with the governor of Rivers State, Siminalayi Fubara. Many have said, well, this what we're hearing from the FCT minister now is expected. I would like us to first have an idea, because one of the many things he said that caught the attention of many was when the FCT minister said he revived the political career, brought back to life the political career of former Governor Dr. Peter Odili. To go down memory lane, we would like to have an idea. The political history between these two has gone way back. And we have heard the FCT minister on countless times say Dr. Peter Odili is his godfather. He would never speak against people that helped him. He would never say something bad against people that helped him. That's not in his nature. I mean, it went on and on, but eventually, just over the weekend, we got what we got. Give us an idea of the history. Let's first of all put a background and understand the relationship between the FCT minister and former Governor Dr. Peter Odili.
Okay, thank you very much. Dr. Peter Odili from Ndone River State was an accomplished medical doctor. He practiced medicine to the fullest. He became governor in 1999 of River State. Thereafter, he conducted local elections. We came himself from election. But through the course of the country, he was restricted. On the line of the his tenure as governor in 2007, briefly, Amechi took over the mantle of leadership. Yes, so we can serve as Amechi. He was elected as minister of the Federal Capital Territory. In 2015, he became the governor of the state. To say the least, the description, yes, so we can give you Odili today doesn't fit Odili because the man was an accomplished medical doctor, contested and won election through the ballot. We can praise Odili to the high heaven. We can say without Odili, his political career would have been zero Odili and his wife. He said several things about that. Any day he makes any comment against Dr. Peter Odili that the God himself should take his life. All these are recorded. He said he will soon come up with a documentary on how Odili praised him. I'm sure we too will come up with the documentaries on how he praised the Odili too. But going further, I think at this stage of our history, at this stage in our history of River State, the Rivers people are already fed up with this lamentation rhetoric by Wike. Wike applied to be governor to Rivers people. And Rivers people gave him mandate to serve first and foremost for 4 years. His mandate, either rightly or wrongly, was revalidated for under 4 years.
Honorable.
And as governor, you know the job description of a governor. One of the job description of a governor is to provide security for the people, provide welfare for the people. You know where it is description of a governor where they say rehabilitate a demon or a man, bring him back to life. There's nowhere in the job description of a governor where they say go and build or rehabilitate family.
So why do you think that? Why do you think that the FCT minister, because he was mentioning how he called Julius Berger, built a house, he did whatever, all the other things he mentioned that he did. Why do you think he did those things then? Why do you think he did that?
That is the point I'm trying to drive home. Those things he did were not part of the job description of a governor. He did those things because Odili at that point gave legitimacy to him becoming the governor. Because the way he came, I've studied it in several forums. He has never won an election here through the ballot. In 2015, for him to become governor.
Honorable, to be clear, so you're Honorable, let's be clear. You're insinuating now that the gifts and all of the things. Hold on, let me put it clearer. You're insinuating now that the gifts and all of the things the former governor mentioned that he gave to his political godfather at the time, Dr. Peter Odili, were because he wanted to get the support of Odili or wanted to have Dr. Odili on his side. Is that what you're implying?
That is exactly what I'm saying. Now, those things he did were not part of his job description. Why did he do them? Because he felt he wants to have Odili on his side. He needs legitimacy to his illegitimate government. He needed to delay by all means to legitimize whatever thing that was going on.
On the side of Dr. Peter Odili, did he question the fact that funds of Rivers people were spent in that manner?
That is the point I'm making. You are elected to provide security and welfare. You are not elected to go and service individuals. If actually he built out Odili, which budget covers that expenditure? If actually you rehabilitated Odili, according to him, that was dead, which budget heading covers that? If actually you spend so much on Pamo Clinic, establishing Pamo Clinic, which budget heading covers that? These are wasteful expenditure. At this point, I think we should interrogate him.
Did the former governor, Dr. Peter Odili, did the former governor, Dr. Peter Odili, question where these resources were coming, being a former governor himself, and you are having all of these gifts?
It is not the place of Odili to question his personal relationship with the governor. Those things are consider them personal relationship. They are not even things we should bring to the public domain at this point. These are things that are too personal. That is between him and Odili. If you do a favor to a friend, do you bring it to the political arena? Let's say, for instance, today, he says you need money, he gives you. Tomorrow he will say he gives you that because of politics. Yes, we shouldn't play politics with everything. They have the right to assist anybody in Rivers State as a governor. But you don't have the right to link it up or connect it with politics. Odili didn't ask for house. Odili was not dying. Odili served out 8 years as governor because Odili didn't steal money to build a house. Odili didn't convert government government properties to his personal properties. Is that why Odili was the dean man? The answer is no, Odili wasn't the dean man. All of us know Odili.
All right, Honorable, please hold your thoughts there. Short commercial, just for a few minutes. We'll come back, and there's still more questions to ask, and hopefully we'll get your response to them.
It's okay.
for us, Mr. Ewor?
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you. Thank you.
We are live on Facebook at Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. So please do well to join us in the live stream. Don't forget to like the page. Click on the share button. Please keep your comments very short and simple so we can take as much as possible. Before I go into further questions for my guest, let me take a few comments on Facebook. Ibuchim says, I know by now former Governor Odili regretted the role he played against Amechi in favor of Wike to become governor. Nature will speak for itself. Gote Wisdom Nodum says, the Odili rescued my political career. When I wanted to run for second term as chairman of council, they removed my name and I ran to government house. When I got there, I saw his wife. I think you're just trying to narrate the story Governor FCT Minister Yeson Wike had said in several forums about how his career was saved by Dr. Odili. This one says, Owunda Kelvin, with the recent comments of the FCT minister, for me, I think the FCT minister is greedy. When Odili is governor of Ewor, people benefited. When Amechi was governor of Ewor, people, other ethnic groups enjoyed. Now that when Wike became governor of Ewor, other ethnic group lost hope. Please, let's ask people. I don't understand what you're trying to say there. Rex Wankwa says, all the FCT minister said about Odili is true. Former Governor Odili has proven himself unstable. He should stay away from... I don't get that one. Anyways, all right. Keep your messages coming in and please try to be as clear as possible and very short with your write-ups. We can't read epistles. Some of you wrote epistles here and I can't take all of those. All right. Quickly now, Mr. Ewor, back to you. You've said quite a lot before the break. One question I would like to ask now, from some of the things you've said and what the FCT minister said, especially with how he emerged council chairman and even many have said how he even, became governor, even for the second time. Some people have said that, the connection of Dr. Odili and perhaps the position of his wife in the courts, judiciary at the time, all played a role, even with the appointments of who became who and who became what. With what the FCT minister also said, can we say that it's a revelation of the kind of dirty politics that we play in the country, but in this case, Rivers State, that has benefited, including the FCT minister and many others, and we only see politicians come out to complain when it's not going their way? Is this what we're saying? Because for some people, they also believe that Dr. Odili would be feeling as though the dirty politics he played with helping the FCT minister at the time is what is coming back to haunt him now. And some people are saying the FCT minister is also saying what he's saying now because the dirty politics that he had benefited and enjoyed from is not going his way. So is this a revelation of what is happening in the political space in this state?
Okay, thank you. I started by saying that Rivers people are already fed up with all this rhetorics, lamentation, revelation. I do this, I've done this one, I've not done this one. The Rivers people are no longer interested. We have moved on. By the way, what we expect to hear from the FCT minister, the former governor, was, look, this was my investment in agriculture. But you won't hear that. I made XYZ investment in industry, manufacturing. You can't hear that. I made XYZ investment in direct foreign investment. You can't hear that. I provided employment for XYZ. You can't hear that. I promoted workers, give them bonus XYZ. You cannot hear those words. These are the things we need to hear from the FCT minister so that we can attack his government. Now you won't hear any of this one. Like I said in several forums, that the former governor of Rivers State, Yeson Wike, current FCT minister, they not make any investment in critical sectors of the Rivers State economy. If I read them out here, there will be no time. But suffice it to say that what he has said is not part of what he was elected as governor of Rivers State. Part of his mandate was not to go and rehabilitate a dead man, according to him. Part of his mandate was not to go and view it. These are part of the things he was elected. Let him show us investments in the defense sector. Going further, as a serving minister in the current administration, you know the challenges the country is facing today. As it comes from this Christmas, he needs to give hope to our people. Let him tell
as much as all of these things you're saying is correct and is something that we should also expect, to come back to the question.
Those are not the issues Rivers people want to hear. As far as I'm concerned, as far as Rivers people are concerned, all this speech in that church of Sunday doesn't add up to the suffering our Rivers people are facing today. Rivers State has moved on. Same for the current governor of his Chinaman project. The people will continue to trust and believe the government of the day. Now the government that comes to rehabilitate.
So it brings me to say this back to just to address the question again. What we're seeing now is this what happens within the political space, where appointments come based on who you know and who has the power to overturn it, and not because somebody merited it or because you have somebody in some position because clearly the FCT minister had also suggested himself before he became chairman how he ran to Dr. Odili at the time, how he pleaded, how this and that, and some people believe that he wouldn't have emerged. There were other people that rightly won that, but he became. And even while he also became, when he was governor, there are those that have also suggested that, there were people that were qualified that could have been this, but he used his influence to also do. So it seems like it's the tradition, it's how the politics work. And I'm saying should we then say that this is how the politics is in Rivers State?
That is not the politics of Rivers State. Out of the last 8 years as governor, we played different politics in this state. That doesn't mean that there may not be one or two mistakes. You know, I told you that Wike didn't emerge as local government chairman through the ballot. It was the court that finally gave it. Then his second tenure, he XYZ happened, then secured his ticket. So all these are part of his life. That is not the life of Rivers people. These are part of his politics, which has brought him to where he is today, not where Rivers State is. So, going forward, we have to focus on the
okay.
He was corrupt. I bet he wasn't corrupt.
So,
if he was corrupt, Sim is not corrupt.
All right, let's go to the phone line.
You hear that from Odili. You hear that from Amechi, former governors. And you will not also hear that from Fubara. Because the right thing must be done. That was my foundation. You are elected to govern Rivers State, provide security, provide infrastructure. You didn't do that. You are going about rehabilitating 30 people. Tomorrow we wake up and you rehabilitate the Congress, you rehabilitated Omega, you rehabilitated this. And that is not the politics we want to play. Let him come and tell us the investments he needs in the different sectors why having as governor.
All right.
And 15 minutes I should come and tell us the main meaning of the tax reform so that Rivers State will can be in properly. He should also tell us how the federal government is putting measures in place to alleviate the suffering of the people. And that's the issue of high price of petroleum, high exchange rate, etc.
Okay, let's go to the phone lines. Let's go to the phone lines now.
Not bringing somebody back from death. A living man, a former governor, you say you rehabilitated, you brought him back from death because the man didn't steal money. The man didn't cover Rivers properties to his own. Was that why you rehabilitated him? You brought him back to life? Was that part of your mandate as governor?
All right, Mr. Ewor, we have to take a few calls now. The very critical question now would be, with this recent outburst, would it affect the political foundations of the FCT minister in Rivers State?
I've already gone beyond that. Office of the governor of a state is tenured 4 years in the first instance and that's 4 years.
But
we are done with Wike, we are done with him. Sim is the governor today. Rivers people should focus on the activities.
Let's take a few calls now. Let's hear from the listener. Let's hear from the listener now, Mr. Ewor. Thank you. And the listener, tell us the recent outburst and the feud that you're now seeing between the FCT minister and former Governor Dr. Peter Odili. Does this affect the political foundation of the FCT minister?
It doesn't. It won't affect it in any way. Sim is focused.
We're not talking about the governor of Rivers State, Mr. Ewor. If you would allow me properly construct the question. Peter Odili has been a long-time ally of the FCT minister. And now that this has happened, is it going to affect the political foundation of the FCT minister in Rivers State now that he has decided to go at loggerheads with his political mentor and, in quotes, godfather for a long time now? That's the question. Let's start with some calls. We'll get your response. 0817-923-0002, 0817-923-0003. That is the number to call. 0817-923-0002, 0817-923-0003. You heard the question, so please just give us your answer for the question directly. Tell us your name and where you're calling from. Good morning.
Yes, Andrew, good morning.
Yes.
Let me greet your guest, a very good man. My name is again. Andrew, it will surely affect political foundation, social political endeavor. You know why? The man who is the president of the country right now, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, served as governor. At the same time, we served Dr. Peter Odili. And Tinubu may have seen some of the talk by the FCT minister, how the Odilis helped him, first to survive as local government chairman, and so many other helps at the end of the day. What would be running through his mind right now, even though I am not the spokesperson of the president, is that if this man has benefited so much from this big name in Rivers State, who is also my mate, he can treat him this way, then not this. That is part of the future. But for this one, I think everybody will just say, no, this is just the last struggle, the last kick of a dying horse. So as far as I'm concerned, that is how it is. But that said, I remembered when the former governor said, if he ever have any problem or has to cause pain to the Odili family, that his political career should end. And according to the Bible, be it unto you according to your words. I don't want to go.
All right, thank you, JJ. Let's move on. Good morning, Nigerian. For your name, where you're calling from, and your response to the question, please.
Yeah, Andrew, good morning.
Good morning.
I'm to the gentleman, the best. Mufasa is my name.
All right, Mufasa.
Yeah, well, a quick one. I want to say that you see, when you begin to hear statements like this, you wonder if some of these so-called politicians you recall in the past. I only advise people that sometimes a matured adult is good to take deep introspection of what you have said before and what you've done before. That is what people will use to measure you whether you're a person of integrity. Okay? This is the same person who has come out in public to say that if you say anything against Mrs. Odili and the wife and family, that's punishing. He said that he did. So I really don't understand where these people is coming from. Because if you look at these people critically, they have followers. They have these followers. You know, how do you now go back and look at the faces of your followers after you said that if you say anything against this family, God will punish you? So what do you now tell them now? They revive a man, politically, a man who has served as governor when you were local government chairman, a man even at the time, in 2007, that you claimed that he was, he was inactive. The man wasn't coming to run for any political position. The man did not complain to you that he's hungry and cannot feed his family, that doesn't even have a place to live. So please, political leaders should be guided adequately.
All right, Mufasa, thank you very much. We have to move on to another caller. Hello, Nigeria Info. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Your name, where you're calling from, and straight point with your answer to the question.
I am Maxwell. That is the kind of politics they play in Rivers State, because they don't want to give the position to the who is supposed to be. That's what I can say.
All right. Good morning, Nigeria Info.
Yes, good morning. It's me, Andrew. Mr. Joseph is calling from Melon.
Straight to the point, Joseph.
Yes. It is very funny by the FCT. I want to believe that the money that he used in giving whatever property for the former governor was not from the state. Whatever that he did for the former governor was to reciprocate, because the former governor has done much for him even as at today, if you can call, most of the court most of the challenges he had, but the then former governor Odili and tell us that is not Java or River State high over him that even when they cook in government house, you know, he's appointee. He appointed a cook for the governor. Everything. So he control is controlling him. So he should just keep quiet and allow peace today.
All right. Good morning, Nigeria Info.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Yes, sir. My name is Samuel. I'm calling from Waterland.
All right, go on.
I want to greet your best in the studio, my honorable Robinson Namego. I want to say that thank you, Honorable Andrew. Whatever thing that the Honorable is speaking today, telling us today, is exactly what happened to Rivers people. I want to that we give the governor, the former governor of the state, we didn't give him mandate to go and build house for anybody. He's doing it because of maybe whatever thing that Prosper bad to them or what the man did for him. That is what he's doing. It's not come out on the air River people that this is what I did for this man. I want to think this man supposed to be go at so that those money you spend most money normally using hands for people. You need to bring it back to Rivers people. The money belongs to Rivers people. You know how he dated the Sokoto say 500 million. So Sokoto say this man needs to bring
all right.
Thank you.
All right, let's take one or two and then we wrap up with my guest. This one says, what the FCT minister... Okay, I can't get what you're saying there, sorry. Irabuchi Splendid says, good morning. It is painful that people started... how is this possible? People should be properly guided. Wike cannot say he brought Odili back to life politically. This means false. Odili is the father of Rivers politics of the Fourth Republic. He made most of them, if not all of them, he says. And one more message. John says, former Governor Wike should accept the reality Governor is in charge. Wike must respect fact and stop playing the politics he is playing. John sent in that message. Honorable, we have 2 minutes. Let's get your reasons to December show wrap up. Does this political area of the FCT Minister's political foundation in Rivers State?
Thank you very much. You know the political career of the FCT Minister, as far as I'm concerned, and as people are concerned, is already gone. Because the day he leaves as minister, that's the end of it. Beyond this, politics is about the people. It's about the people. If you have the people, you will continue to function as a politician. He doesn't have the people with him. He has establishments. The day the establishments disappoint him, that will be the end. Imagine what happened in Afghanistan. America said they are trying to sustain artificial leaders. It doesn't work. The people took over their country. We come back to Syria now. You can see that Russia, Iran, Hezbollah sustained Assad for several years. Now they are gone. They have their own challenges. The political career of Assad is dead completely. Wike doesn't rely or depend on Rivers people. We can depend on the establishment. For to come as governor in 2015, it was the establishment that brought him, not Rivers people that voted him. For him to
all right, Honorable, today, we're already out of time.
By the day they remove him as minister, that's the end.
Thank you very much, Honorable Ewor. Thank you for your time. We have to wrap it up here. We're already out of time. Thank you very much. Good morning. Thank you very much. My name is Ifeemi Andrew. Hello, Port Harcourt comes up shortly after a commercial and the news at 9. Do us. Democracy.